Well, Fox on top of hypocrisy that's over the top?
Today, we found out there's a new study out by nonpartisan economists that says Governor Romney's economic plan would, in fact, create 800,000 jobs. There's only one problem. The jobs wouldn't be in America.
Not quite. That policy the president just bashed, actually supported by some members of his own Jobs Council and his own debt commission. Ford O'Connell says it smacks of hypocrisy. Ford is the chairman of Civic Forum PAC. What is at issue here, Ford? Explain to me what the president said and what this Jobs Council said.
Well, it's beyond hypocritical because rather than embrace a good idea and one that his own people, are pushing for, he chooses to ignore it and really ignore what the average American doesn't know about corporate taxes in an effort really to paint Mitt Romney as an out-of-touch rich guy and a stooge for corporations. Look, America's
But what did the Jobs Council say? That was, in fact, something to be admired, or that the facts were opposite what the president said?
The Jobs Council is saying that we need to have a more competitive corporate tax code. Herein lies the problem with the territorial tax, which most people don't know about. If a U.S. corporation goes abroad and makes profits, those profits are not only taxed in that country, but if you bring them back into the U.S., then they're taxed again. So you get a double taxation at the highest corporate tax rate in the world. And we are one of only 6 countries in the world that don't have this territorial tax system. And two of the other countries that don't are Mexico and Chile, but their corporate tax rate is much lower. We are not competitive, and as such, trillions will continue to be trapped offshore until we get going here. Now, the president may make the point that we may have a short-term job loss, but if that money comes back and it's reinvested, we're going to more than make up for that. And frankly, if we don't change our corporate tax rate anyway, we're going to continue to lose more jobs.
But I noticed he didn't mention the green companies that he supports, that some of them also look and hire abroad. The GM, a rescued automaker, also looks to expand abroad, set up operations abroad. China comes to mind. So the concept isn't alien. So what's the traction you get making that argument?
His policies essentially ignore the realities of globalization. He wants to continue increasing taxes on job creators and regulations. And if we keep doing that, guess what? We're not going to be competitive. And he recognizes through his own way by giving money to corporate donors to go invest abroad in the hopes that it will bring something back here. He needs to recognize that the global economy works both ways. And if the U.S. corporate tax code is not more efficient and more effective and more competitive, guess what? We're not going to go anywhere.
So if you're arguing that sending jobs abroad is bad, if you're arguing that, entrepreneurs and those who make it in this country really don't do it on their own, that it's effectively the government backing it up that's allowing them to do it, it's a hell of a message to be sending, isn't it?
It's a losing message, but what's smart here from a campaign strategy standpoint is what Mitt Romney's talking about. A lot of Americans don't know a heck of a lot about. And what's smart here is that Obama shifted the burden to educating the voter onto Mitt Romney. And that's one of the great challenges that Mitt Romney has to overcome in this election.
What do you think of his response today?
I love it. I want to see more of it. I want to see more passion. But Mitt Romney is going to have to explain how the global economy works to everyone in order for him to come up with a clear, bold vision to make America prosperous again.
Ford, thank you very much. Good seeing you.
Thank you, Neil.